Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general collective reading, so aspects of it will resonate with you, but it could also resonate in relation to somebody else that's in your life currently. I work with the 12 houses of the zodiac, astrological guidance and goddess guidance, and also the destiny cards. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as that escalates the reading around for others to see as well. If you would like a private reading, please go to my website. The link is in down below in the description box. I'm also on Instagram. I do weekly readings there and then daily posts. Okay, let's see what we've got here for you. I normally pull out 3 houses of interest, aspects that will come up for you this month. 8th house, so beginnings and endings, also finance. We've got 7th house. This is the house of relationships. And we've got 4th house coming up, so that's the house of home and family. Also, you know, your ancestral links, your actual, you know, physical home, but also your ancestry, you know, your foundation, where you've come from, your actual family. Let's get some astrological guidance now. Okay, so we've got Mars. So some action required there, or you are taking action. Let's come out. Got Earth element, stability. So some stability coming into your relationships. Probably, you know, the specific one for you, which will be partner related. But it can apply to any other close personal relationship, one-on-one, that you have. We've got Black Moon Lilith, mystery. So some sort of something unseen moving in your home and family life. And then we've got void, of course, moon missing. So yes, there will be action that's required to be taken, but you may just have to wait a wee bit until things settle before you can actually initiate. So you may just have to get ready, but then in the meantime, it's about planning. Let's get some goddess guidance now. Got Irene, peace. So I think what it's telling you is you just need to hold your horses. Just avoid frustration at this time, because I know you want to take action in some way, but there's some more dreaming and planning to do, as the energies are not quite right yet to be moving on a specific issue. We've got Sekhmet, be strong. So you need to be the root. You need to be the strength in your relationship right now. You may have been through a period of, you know, difficult patch. This is about being positive in your, you know, the way you think and the way you talk and so on. Got Nementona, sacred space for your 4th house. Okay, so there's something you need to just contemplate there a little bit. And then we've got Sarasvati, the arts, coming in for you. So let's just start with that. At the moment, all of us need to be spending quite a bit of time in our sort of meditation, contemplation mode. This is about getting in touch with the present moment. Now, this can be related to you know, a particular sort of a talent that you have, or an ability, or just something that you like to do. It could just be sitting strumming a guitar, or handcrafts, anything that is sort of artistic or creative to you. So you don't necessarily have to be both together. Some people are just creative and others are artistic, and some people have both, but certainly we are all creative. Not all of us are artistic. So whatever's right for you. This is saying express yourself through creative activities. So this can be any form which is enjoyable for you, pleasurable for you, but it's about being in the present moment, and it's sort of music related possibly. So you may just actually, as I said, just be sitting strumming a guitar, or just something that you enjoy, or you could just be listening to music. So you could also be getting quite a sort of a lot of insight from musical tracks at the moment. But this is certainly about putting yourself in that position and also enhancing your creativity, because what it does is, while you are busy with whatever that is, you are in the present moment, and that is where your creative power actually comes from. It's the present moment, not the past or the future. This is where you go into that lovely meditative space. Even if it's a repetitive hand work, something that you're doing, and it allows you, to come out of your, sort of your worries and your concerns, and just to focus on whatever it is that you're doing. So it's a very needed thing at the moment in the world today. Focus on something that you enjoy. It could, as I said, you may not think you're especially good, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the act of doing, the activity that is important for you. Okay, so we've got 8th house. This is the house of endings and beginnings. So this can be a cycle's ending and other ones beginning. So or closing of a chapter and the starting of a new one. It can also be regeneration or renewal. It's normally, it can be sort of partner related, but this is a committed partnership. This is not a love affair. This is way past that. This is a committed partnership where you are merging your resources, or you are adjusting your resources within this partnership. So this can be, like a marriage or a love partnership, but it can also be within a business partnership. This house also covers big finance. So this is like investments, tax. Tax is important with this house, and insurances, banking, accounting, anything like that. It can also be inheritance. So this can be somebody that has been in your, somehow an inheritance has come to you, or you are wanting to create a legacy. It can be any of those. It's also about handling other people's resources. So this could be your partner, or it could be within a business, or it could be a profession of yours. So finance features strongly, but if it's a partnership thing, then this is the nuts and bolts of that partnership, how it fits together, your material and emotional resources. This is also the house of sexuality. It's also the house of birth, and this can be the birth of ideas, or, as I said, the birth of a partnership, or it could also be a rebirth. So this can be something that is, undergoing a renewal or a regeneration. But often it's about the ending of something and the beginning of another thing, and it covers cycles of all sorts. So underneath you've got Mars force coming in. So this is obviously a very strong card. This is a very strong planet. This is your the will, your will. It's the god of war is Mars. So I'm not saying necessarily that you're going to war, but you may find that there is a challenge of some sort coming up in this house. It could be financial. But if that is the case, then Irene is here to say to you, be at peace. There is no need to worry, as everything is working out beautifully. So be at peace about that. Do not be frustrated or short-tempered or quick-tempered or rushing around, or feeling like you have to force issues, or you have to, take radical action. It's not about that. This is about steady, controlled actions. You may have to, sort of get other people involved, but if you work at a steady pace, then you will be able to harness the energy much better than rushing around or doing things in a sort of a haphazard manner. You need to be working in a more constructive fashion, but it is certainly some energy coming in and it's like a force, you know. It's something that you have to sort of control, like a team of horses. It's got that sort of energy about it. As I said, you may just have to hold your horses with something, literally keep things in control and move steadily forward, especially while you have this period of no action, you know, just moving steadily on the same path that you are currently on just for now until this energy is moved off. I'll get to that later. But it's certainly about not to be worrying. You know, you may just be having a few panic attacks about something, or you may just be feeling like you need to take really forceful action towards something or someone, or you know, to actually sort of initiate a very strong action. And she's just saying, just do not worry, that things are on track. Rather use this as a constructive energy. As I said, put it in the present moment, and that will serve you better. But it's certainly, it could also be in like an eruption of energy, or in a, you know, so you may have to defend yourself, or you may be following it, finding you've got a challenge of some sort. But it's also, you know, it's a get things done card, this. So, you know, this is about getting things ready, getting things organized, and being proactive when it comes to something. So just see how it's manifesting for you in the 8th house, and see this void of course moon, as I said, may not be a long-term thing. It could cover the rest of the month, or it could only be for about a week. But this is about just getting things ready, you know, preparing the ground, and getting things organized, and then when you get the signal to move forward, then you can do so. Here we have the 7th house. This is the house of partners. As I said, this can be a love partnership. So this is normally a committed partnership, like a marriage or some long-term commitment, or it could be a business partner, or it could be a relationship that you have. If you're not in a love partnership, then this can be some other close personal relationship that you have at this time. It can also be the lower courts as well. So for some of you, you may be going through some sort of cycle change, you know, ending something, beginning something, or it's a new chapter. There could be a renewal, because this house follows this one. And this is about the nuts and bolts of the relationship, and this is the coming together, the commitment. This is normally the marriage house, or it's the committed house. You've also got Mars here, and you've got 8th house, so there could be some issues around sexuality or the expression of that, or it could be that you're getting a boost of some kind. Perhaps now, you know, you're breathing a sigh of relief because a chapter has ended, or something has ended, and now you're getting a renewal, a regeneration, and you're feeling much better. You're feeling much more enthusiastic, and as I said, it can affect in that way, because this is a very passionate card, very passionate, and that sexual side does come in, but it can also be that you're getting that rush of energy, and it can be having an effect in your 7th house, or it's this way going into your 8th. So as I said, relationships or partnerships. So now underneath you've got earth element stability. So what this is saying is that so that things are starting to stabilize for you. So as I said, I feel that you have been through some sort of shift or change, or you're undergoing a regeneration, or you're just in that period now where you're kind of reorganizing, recalibrating, and you're heading towards stability. As I said, it could have been very well financial, and it's affected your relationships, obviously, if it's a marriage, something like that, or a partnership. But it's saying the stability is coming in, you're becoming more stable, and just dig yourself into the ground if this is appropriate for you, and bend, you know, be flexible with what is going on, but stand strong, and know that, you know, stability is starting to come in for you now. So it is an earth element card. It's everything to do with earthiness. So this can be, it can involve property, it can involve land, you know, sort of spending more time in the land, in your garden, or just on your property in general, or sort of the accumulation of property. But it is also about the accumulation of money or wealth, the accumulation of funds, And this is about laying a foundation. So you're busy gathering at this time. It's looking good, and you're starting to lay the foundation for, if it's a new commitment that you're entering, then this is what you're doing. But if it's an established commitment you're already in, then you are re-establishing something. You are working towards stability, and there's a foundation change or some sort of shift that's come in for you. So this is long-term foundation. You're laying the bricks for that. And this is step by step. So this is steady progress. This is not quick action. This is laying it step by step and working towards a goal. And it's about being methodical and systematic about it as well. It could also be within the relationship that you are doing this, that you are laying a very strong foundation to last you, into the future. So see how it relates to you. It can also be that it more than likely an action is required. So you may be in the situation where you want to make a commitment within your 7th house, or you are waiting for somebody to make a commitment. So this is about, this is about working towards that, but some sort of action is required, whether it's your action or you're waiting for an action, but some action is required. But what it's saying to you is that don't get too bogged down in old ways of doing things, or fixed views, fixed ways of doing things, or even an old-fashioned idea or old programming. This is about letting go of your fears and trying new things. So this is about moving into something new, changing things up a little bit. It could be within the relationship, as I said, or some aspects that hold the relationship together. It's about coming into some sort of change or trying new things. And don't be afraid to try new things. And just work steadily towards it. And don't be afraid of that, because otherwise what will happen is that you, as I said, you get trapped in these sort of old-fashioned views or fixed views that you've had from before, and you're moving into a new chapter now. So that entails fresh thinking, trying new things, and don't be afraid to do that, because some action is required. Something is required in order to rejuvenate or to move your relationship forward. And so this is it's a sort of a path that you need to take. And try different things, change it up. Don't get stuck too much in materialism as well. This can also come in with this card. Yes, you are building stability, but you don't want to go the opposite way and then bog yourself down with, the demand of material things, because the accumulation of material things does bring in a certain amount of responsibility, and that may just be a little bit too heavy for you at this time. So lighten up. Try new things, as I say, be thankful for what you have, and start building towards a better future, but do it in a sort of a lighter, more flexible fashion. Then at the top here, we've got Sekhmet, be strong. So you are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. So this is about, being strong within yourself. This is about building up your inner strength. This is not being codependent. This is not being a victim of any sort. So however that is playing out in this relationship, you need to be strong. You need to stand strong in your own power. You have everything you need within yourself, and your partner is an additional bonus. But you need to be strong within yourself, because then from there comes that is what you project, and then that is what will come to you. So it's about having a victory mindset, having a strong mindset where you are empowered within yourself. So, if you are in a situation where something is shifting or changing, have a victorious mindset. Be positive, in your words to yourself, to your significant other, or the other person that's in this situation with you. But also it's what you say. So think positive and speak positive, and then that is what you will draw towards you. So it's a very much about a positive mindset, having a strong mindset of, a sort of being strong within yourself. And it could also be that you may need to be just doing a few things where you build up bodily strength. So when you are feeling more stronger within your body, even if it's just a few exercises a day or going to a gym, You don't have to go overboard, but you could just be doing a few things just to build your body up a little bit, and then you'll be able to face any challenges that may be coming your way at this time, because you'll feel stronger, and it's a sense of achievement as well. So it's all about that, but it's about having a victory mindset, a positive mindset, and that then assures a positive outcome, because what you're projecting outwards is what you will draw towards you. Then here we have fourth house, so some sort of shift or change. Something's lurking because you've got a Black Moon Lilith here. So you may be facing a change of residence in some way, shape or form, or you're renovating or you're recreating in some way. Fourth house deals with your actual physical structure where you're living, or it could be just where you are currently residing at this time. Some of you may be trying to buy property, or you may be inheriting property, or it's something that's coming in for you because there's financial issues and it's affecting your relationship. So this is a kind of some sort of shift which is going to have a knock-on effect on all of these houses. So whether it's a move and it's come and you're now having to think about finance and it's affecting your relationship, or whichever way around it is. It can also be that you have some sort of, this is about your relationship with your family. But the fourth house can be about the atmosphere in your home or the people in your home. But it can also be about your relationship with your foundation, your roots, your ethnic identity, your ancestry. All of those things come in. So you may have a few family issues sort of bubbling up, or you're rearranging something and it's affecting your current family structure. Just see how it comes in for you. At the bottom here we've got Black Moon Lilith. So this is saying that something is moving there's like an undercurrent, whether this is a sort of emotional undercurrent, or something is kind of needing to happen, but you can't quite see all the aspects of it, or you can't quite see it. It's moving in the background or moving underneath the surface. So something is kind of like lurking, something is around, something that needs to be done, or something that is kind of coming for you in some way, shape or form, but you can't quite see it all at this time. It could also be that you may need to stand your ground about something in this house, fourth house. You may need to stand your ground. You may need to stand firm on something. This has the darker feminine energy attached to it. So this is the witch's wand of power. So you may need to raise that wand at some point and stand really firm about something, or you may just have to keep your emotions under control. That can come in with this card. This card also brings in fame, sort of like coming to sort of some sort of notoriety, but it's coming into your fourth house. So it could be a little bit of jealousy in your fourth house if you have a lot of family members around you, something like that. But if it's not, that's not the case, and your sort of this notoriety isn't an aspect of this card for you, then this is about something else that is sort of trying to manifest, but you're just not sure what it is. But it could also just be keeping your emotions under control. This is about emotional control. But don't let it fester. This is what this can come in with this card. Don't let it fester. So if you've got emotions to do with fear or anger or some sort of bitterness, or just feeling like you've been overlooked or you haven't been heard, or it also can have revenge in it. So it depends on your situation, but you need to get all of those sorts of things aired. You need to find some sort of outlet for that. So don't allow heavy, dark emotions to go underneath and then sort of bubble underneath there. Don't allow that to happen. They need to be aired in the correct manner. And this is where, getting out into nature is going to be important at some point. And, you've got earth element here. This is about being in nature, but also putting your hands in the soil, even if it's a balcony garden or growing things, spending time in nature, but with your hands in the soil, spending the time on the land or out in the open. It comes in with this, and this is affecting your relationship directly. So I feel it could be that you need to speak up about something. And it's affecting your home life, your relationship, and your finance. It could be all of these coming in for one issue for you, or it could be a sprinkling of them. But it's about feeling like you've been overlooked or feeling left out. and it's like resentment comes in. So don't allow those emotions to overtake you. If it's not within you, then you are seeing it in somebody else in this environment, this home environment, or within your family. And it could be that you are experiencing an uptick in your, you're just coming into some sort of notoriety in your family. Perhaps you are qualifying for something, or people are just seeing you in a very good light at the moment. Maybe you've achieved something, and there are a few members around you or people around you who are just, feeling a little bit jealous or sort of unhappy about that, or just feeling like they've been overlooked, especially if you're in a big family. That can happen, So just be aware of it, head it off at the pass. But if it's within you, then find an outlet, a healthy outlet, whether it's an exercise, going to the gym, spending time, in your garden or with planting things. Find a way to release that energy out of you, But as I said, it could also be that you just need to stand firm about something, or it could just be that something is changing within your home environment, and it's requiring a little bit of contemplation. So we've got Nementona Sacred Space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So I feel this may be that you need to create a place in your home where you can retreat, to get away from various things, whatever it may be. It could just be stresses. In some cases, if you're renovating a home, it can be unbelievably stressful, or you're going through some sort of change within the home, and you just need to find a place where you can just be quietly on your own. So whether it's a little corner with your own, whether it's a little fireplace or just some area in your home, as I said, it can be in the garden, where you have things that are precious to you, things that remind you about abundance, things that are precious to you. Like it could be photographs, or it could be little things that you've made, plants that you love, just a lovely, beautiful space within your home or within your garden where you can just retreat and be. And this is a sacred space to you, and also could be very well for you and your partner. Just somewhere where you can go. If you like fairies, you can create a fairy garden. If you have a lovely fireplace, make a nice place. But it must have things in it which are either there could be religious in sort of connection for you, or spiritual. It could be crystals. It could be candles. Whatever creates a sacred space for you, then do it. Find a place to do that. It could also be, if you cannot create it in your home, then make sure you get out and go to places which you feel are powerful. Now, this can be a sort of a landmark in nature, or a landmark as in a building like a church or a cathedral, or some place which has a lot of power. It could be some place which is important to you, or something that you are sensing as being important. So spend time there, go there. As I said, it could be a landscape or a part of the world where you just enjoy, or a part nearby. Some sort of place which has that feeling of sacred. It's got history attached to it, it's got power, and where you can just connect to your spiritual self. And this will help you to navigate any sort of energies going on, or any sort of changes which may just be taxing your strength quite a bit. It's a place where you go to just connect with your divine, your spirit, your higher self, your angels, God, whoever you connect to. It's a place which is sacred to you, and this allows you that space to just contemplate, and then so that you can make decisions, so that you can connect and allow the divine to work through you. That's what it's about. So now, coming back to this void of course moon, as I said, this energy, this is when the moon goes quiet. It's when it's traveling around. It changes signs quite regularly. Within a couple of days, it's changed signs, and between signs, it goes through a sort of a shadow period where nothing's happening, and it's saying almost like nothing will come of this. So don't launch important things while this is in play. Now, as I said, it can be a week. It's not normally very long, but the energy can be with you longer than that. So this is just, I feel you will know when it's time to move forward, or when it's time to initiate this certain action. But just, be careful. This is when this is coming, and this is about rest, sleep, recovery, dreaming, planning. It's not a time to initiate a marriage. It's not a time to make a big action or go for something or to launch something. Or to do anything out of what you have currently been doing. It's a dreaming and a planning phase. Once you've got through that, then you will be ready. Then the energy will pick up and you'll be able to move forward. But during this phase, it's actually a rest and recovery period. You may just need to rest and recover. That's why you've got Sekhmet here, be strong, and why you've got sacred space. It's time to just rest a bit and sort of withdraw and don't worry. Don't worry about things because you've got Irene here with you. Do a creative activity. Do something which you would normally do. Don't put energy into things which require big action or lots of energy or some kind of launch. Just wait until this energy has passed. That is what it's saying. Okay, let's do a destiny card for you. Discretion. Okay. So, as I said, just with the sacred space, I feel this is perhaps related to family issues or other things going on. Discretion is just keep your things to yourself. What's going on either in your home, in your relationship, or in your finances, or whatever is going down, just keep it quiet, because you've got Black Moon Lilith mystery. So something you're not seeing the full picture at the moment, and you're not sure who's who here, who's supporting you, who isn't, or what is going on. So just use this at this time, and keep things close. Keep your relationship close to your heart. Spend your time in contemplation and be strong through whatever is occurring, some sort of shift or change. Just relax into Irene, peace. There is no need to worry. Everything is working out beautifully. So just relax into that, okay? Let the universe work on your behalf, and just exercise discretion with everything that is going on. Just keep things quiet to yourself. For a Gemini, sometimes that can be very difficult because you're connected to so much. You like to talk. You like to exercise a lot of, communication and so on. Communication is your thing. But I feel it's about also paying attention to detail and just keeping things close and quiet at the moment, and getting busy with other things which are important to you while you are exercising this discretion with certain things. Whatever it may be, it could be, as I said, financial related or relationship or home. And just exercise that and let things play out as they will. And when you are ready to exercise your action, then that will be the case. But just be aware that this is a kind of a quiet rest period unfolding for you currently, and just see how the energy moves for you. Okay, Gemini, take care. I'll see you next time, and have a wonderful month.